fucking will go up in flames.
So, who wants to recap a bit what happened?
Go on.
Why do you ask if you know who the answer is?
It's a rhetorical question. I like sometimes to pretend.
Look, I always believe everyone should get a chance, especially if people want to do it. Just want to make sure everyone has an opportunity.
Red, I don't
That-
even want to do it. It's just
No, Red, you are essential personnel.
you are like the fucking like the skeleton keeping everything up.
You are the service worker keeping the country running.
The game would full collapse with this already happened in the Camarilla games. Daz wasn't there, and we already stopped. Like we forgot who made
Oh,
Casper's
no.
Horn disappears. So listen,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
we need people like you. You are
Schrodinger's-
essential.
I just like to take notes, guys.
Listen, I can explain some stuff.
Yeah, let me know if I miss anything, because there's always that
This is-
chance too,
this
as
is-
well.
He's the dandelion to my Geralt.
Oh no, I have to walk with the horse. Well, we start off with everyone coming back from their visit from, the Orpheus household, as we like to call them, a lovely couple. As Rian would learn from everyone else that apparently it was a productive meeting in the sense that our lovely Lady Freya and Lord Alvar had made a big step in their relationship through the coaxing of Lady Cassius Orpheus, who seemed to be very much gung ho about the relationship and seemed to be trying to push for their continued partnership as a whole. We did talk about other things as well. Should we trust Lady Cassius? What exactly does she get out of this, and what should we be prepared for in the future? But outside of that, and a bit of prodding from Brienne, who's trying to contain her excitement for this this relationship, things went pretty well for a couple of days. Though we did get a letter from Lady Orpheus, who wanted to tell Lady Freya like she had such a wonderful time that she wanted to have a chance to visit Lumen to get to know see the beautiful land and hopefully have a chance to spend time with Freya and cultivate a friendship essentially. We did talk more about that as one thing that came after that, of course, is Lady Freya actually stepping up to have this important conversation with Lord Alvar at the coaxing of a few individuals, as well as basically giving a bit of a heart-to-heart as they seem to confess their feelings and, well, talk about what it means to, if they get married, if that possibly is a thing they want to do, and they seem to be all for it, as Alvar proposed to Lady Freya, and she said yes. And in the background, you could probably see everyone cheering, maybe more likely Rian and Naira that she dragged along with this whole thing, essentially. And of course, we at the announcement and proper preparations, and of course, sending out the proper requirements to ask his family for. He sent the requirement to ask his family for a chance to marry this woman that he seems to care for so badly. Though we did have a bit of dire news, an official letter after that such happiness that House Nyx has lost a member. Lady Althea, one of the daughters of the house, who was recently with child, had been killed, assassinated. And not the public was not made aware, but at the very least, they wanted to make sure we're known. And with Rian's context as well as Naira's, we know this more likely has to do with the fact of our background dealings with dealing with the Benetilaxu, and possibly more likely that was the fault of that. So she was killed by an enemy, essentially. Rian had to get this dire news to the rest of the house, who also took heart with that. And of course, Lady Freya wished to see her father if they were up for visitors to console him and be there in their time of need, as sadly the shoe has been somewhat reversed since our loss of Lady Astrid. Not only that, after delivering the letter and talking with the others and Lady Freya's decree, Rian went back to her room to have a familiar visitor, the strange man who seemed very much not happy, or threatened her life mostly. Revealed that he, with things going on, there's a chance there might be more assassins and face dances within the city, and that, he proposes that one of the options he could do is lay low in the city and just start killing people who look suspicious. That's definitely a good idea. Though Rian, of course, was not too happy with about that and coached him about staying a little closer to the palace at that very least. That'll be a higher chance of catching those who want to see our end for Lady Freya's life, since that's the more likely reason, especially with their connection with Lord Damocles. He was fine with that, of course, along with the codes, then guards schedules that he would need to get into the system, which Rian gave in the justification that this is a better option than what he would have chosen. And of course, a surprising amount of crass nature from the. I don't think does actually Rian know that he's the red demon. I don't think she actually knows. He's just a random
Ooh.
schmuck that shows up in a room
No,
to
no, no.
threaten her life.
You know he's a red demon.
Okay, okay.
He has a very like he is masked and everything, but he has a dark red cloak. There's a certain amount of violence in the way he talks, and there's a certain amount of uncomfortable
Yeah.
stiffness when he moves. You definitely know who that is. There's no mistake.
Okay. Yes, the crass nature from the Red Demon, as he seemed to be calling Lady Cassius a whore, and while Rian didn't understand the full concept of why he said such a thing, and there's an undertone of a story there, but essentially she was not too happy with that language he used, but he just seemed to shrug, of course. But with that information, hopefully an extra layer of protection for our household without, as Rian and Naira knows as well, we can't tell Lady Freya just yet. Things progressed as they should. We did make a visit to House Nyx, with us giving our condolences to the family. Damocles distraught, and the Nyx's daughters and wife are preparing for, well, either training or preparing for something. As Naira and Rian had a meeting with him to, well, as I said, Damocles was distraught. He was telling how they got a note from the Benetalaxu Kosh that he threatened that if you don't give us the Ixion device, well, then someone you love and care for will die. And when they declined, based on Lady Nyx's words saying no, he did such a thing, and Althea was killed. And Damocles doesn't know how much he can take losing more of his children. With a talk from both Rian and Naira, we were able to coax him to remind him of what this means and stop him from making very much a big mistake that could be a big blow for what we're trying to do here. And he seemed to pull himself together and thank us for the words that he needed to make sure he didn't make a very horrible decision, as now we have to keep going forward, essentially. After that as well, we had more conversations and talks with the family. Freya talking with Anicia and possibly the idea of training Lady Freya without saying out loud that what it could mean for her, especially with her life being such in danger. She did say she can give some pointers, but unless Freya decides to stay here and train, which would be a bad look in itself, there's not much else she could really do outside of dealing with her own situation. And of course, she revealed that as well, that if Damocles had done such a thing, more than likely, it would have ended very badly for him, essentially, whether her hands or someone else's. Well, after that somber move, we went back home to prepare our visit for Lady Cassius, who was very happy and gung ho to be here. A wonderful guest to our household, though very much a surprise in all, especially with the rumors going around with her and the heir of House Aelios, who was, of course, the previous husband of Lady Anissa, and the red light district they had. A surprise for Rian, especially because, well, in her mind, at the very least, Lady Cassia is far smarter than she appears. But it seemed to be a wonderful time as she visited, talked with Freya about her love life. Gary and Alva had a bit of a conversation, as Gary, as well as knows as anyone else, that Alva doesn't really have a lot of friends, and he seems to really want to make this work with Freya, as his family doesn't really like him, and he doesn't seem to find any fault with that, though he just seems to accept it as his life, essentially. And of course, dinner with Lady Cassius had a bit of a business to it, as Lady Cassius spoke with Lady Freya about possibly aligning their houses with a match of the children that they may bear, may one day come together and get married. And while Freya was a bit uncomfortable with the idea of arranged marriages, she can see the boon this would allow. And of course, as long as the children love each other and that speculation, which Cassius seems to agree, then, well, this may be a chance to make a wonderful union between our families. And, well, things would have kept going for a better time, and, well, until we got news from one of the guards with a lockdown from our Enriqueo, who mentioned that 4 unknown people were killed. We have no idea who and where and why, and, well, we had all prepared for safety. Lady Cassius had to return home. There was inspection of the bodies, though we couldn't really find. Our dear Naira was not able to find much else other than the fact they were just our regular men. And while Rian had an idea of what was going on, there was still a lot of confusion in that regard, as, well, looks like there was an assassination attempt here in our household without our notice. I think that's where it ended.
Yeah. Face dance. Yeah. Thank you for the press for respects. Fucking pathetic ass face dancers. Losers. Absolute fucking losers.
It's okay. You have your God's wars.
I will bring the starter card to support them all fucking pathetic bitches.
Oh. Sorry.
So,
I've never seen more. I have 5 dice to attack you in the first round. Aha. 1 success. Go fuck myself. Oh, 0 successes. 1 complication. Well, I might as well just kill myself. Ugh. Well, yeah. Listen, everything is nice other than this assassination. Listen, these things happen every now and then. Nothing bad happened. A couple of guards died, but really, that's why you pay them. So it's the job description. As well, Rian, you know that this is probably the Red Demon. So these guys either weren't supposed to be here or were actual face dancers. It's
Yeah, I
kind of
don't
hard
know
to
if the
tell.
Red Demon will report to me because she did ask, like, "Hey, can you let me know so I'm aware of who you're killing at the very least?" But I'm not too sure if
Let
he
me
would
roll.
like.
Let me roll. Let's see if you give it a shit.
Let's see if he cares enough.
Who cares? He's like, nah, fuck that.
Oh man.
That even 1 success. Listen, if he gets 0 successes on this roll, I don't think.
You know, that's honestly enough now. I was added to my paperwork to take care of.
It actually is. It's a okay. Never mind. It's a 1 success. So yeah, I would say the next day, next. Actually, no. Probably actually the next day, as the residence is still on high alert. Rian, you would find a note when you come back late at night to your room. Kind of like stuck to the window as you read it, and it says he killed. It was 5 people he killed, right? That's how I remember.
It was a good number.
I have
Yeah.
4.
4.
I don't remember.
I have I
Yeah.
have written down 4.
Yeah, sounds
4.
right. It says 4 face dancers are dead.
Rian will take that note. I think it says at the end loser. I assume that's what it says at the end of it.
Doesn't actually say any sort of insult.
Okay.
Listen, this
We're
man
progressing.
doesn't. Yeah, listen, he doesn't. I mean, he hates you, but it's a different kind of hate. You're not the Bene Gesserit. He doesn't hate you as he hates them.
Gotcha. I would Rian with that note would destroy it, of course, afterwards. He did at least tell her, so she appreciates that.
You're all 2 successes he might have showed in person, but
It's fine.
you'll learn by the end.
Okay.
But yeah, as well, I did roll for how long it would take the letter from Helheim to come back. Rather unfortunate for you. So while you're waiting for the letter to respond, is there anything anyone wants to do in those 2 weeks? By the way, feel free to roll for Naira, see how much we can add to that research.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna get another roll. I want to be honest with you. I was hoping you would, but
Oh, I get a momentum
Nice.
as well.
Woo!
yeah, Grunt. Gary, can I say this? Am I doing my Dauntless week? Can I pick up
yes. Yes.
the asset talent? Basically says I
You
pick
giving them some more cash, not for the war effort.
no, basically I want to basically buy with the asset with XP basically.
Ah, gotcha.
So
Yeah, so-
let Chill roll first.
I don't remember. Was I using my focus and poison for this?
No.
Okay.
You can
I don't
try for
remember
it.
if it was. I'm going to use the momentum to get 3 dice. I'll buy a threat as well.
Nice.
10
10 success is the baseline. You have 6. So if you get 4, you're good.
All right.
Believe,
I'm going to
license
use
threat.
determination as well.
Believe.
What? Oh, you know your responsibility. Yeah, I guess that. Or you want to use justice?
I was going to
Honor.
use it's honor.
Honor,
Yeah,
yeah.
like I keep my word.
Yeah, that also would work. Because you did. There's a lot of pressure riding on you figuring out this.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
4
Oh.
successes.
Damn. That guys, you know what time it is.
No. Wait.
Yeah. It's like,
It's true.
delete that comment. Delete the message.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, you'll spend roughly 2 more weeks on researching and basically finalizing the steps necessary to. Well, it's not like a surefire way of detecting it, but it does give you sort of a chance, like an actual decent chance. And by that I mean the difficulty will just be 2 when trying to detect these things. So this might become very relevant in sessions to come. So do might make a note of that as I will myself. So you want to finish building those contacts, I guess, right, Gary?
Yeah.
So that's just a roll, right?
Yeah. If I fail, could I? If I don't get enough success, could I buy the contact basically before shit goes down?
Buy them with what?
There's a town that can just buy you an asset.
Ah,
But it
yeah.
kind of feels gamey. Yeah, but no. First, I see if I roll, and then I can like basically finish it up. Basically.
And I believe in you. You have 7 in. We see that 3 successes.
I only need 3 success. Can I buy 1 Fred, guys, please? Pretty please.
I swear to God, if Kosh gets some more money, I'm gonna have to kill you, Gary.
What is this for?
He is
Building
trying to,
contacts?
He's trying to rebuild his contact within like
Even though Trumpet's not that useful actually right now. I think just from a meta perspective, Trumpet's not that useful here.
within like the just spaceport show authorities.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that if you guys are cool.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alrighty. Oh, use power. There's no price for playing fair. Does this apply the statement or not?
No.
Alright then, no determination. Please, pretty please, guys. Please, dice gods.
Look at that.
You even get
Damn.
1 momentum.
Thank finally. I don't need to spend XP on this one. The town's expensive, 90 XP.
Gain your you don't gain your own contacts back, but you make new ones within the spaceport infrastructure.
So I can avoid the Draco bureaucrats. I hate them.
So that you can try and avoid the Draco.
So I can try.
It depends on what. Yeah, if you're trying to just smuggle small stuff, I guess yes. But, if only listen, it would be normally fine if not for like a holy war being declared soon.
Maybe I can use them to run away, perhaps, please.
See, he's really just buying it for a ticket for himself, guys.
I can take people with me.
reason.
Yeah, we'll take people with him if you want to run away. But I don't think anyone wants to run away.
So
No. Die as a bureaucrat.
what are Rian and Freya doing in the 2 or so weeks?
I think for Rian, it is definitely like keeping an eye. Well, first of all, letting those families know that do they have families? Do we give them a gift basket? Something about the loss of their sons and daughters.
You know what? Give me a communicate roll.
Ooh, make sure I select the right person here. 1 second. Would we consider diplomacy in this regard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just let them know, like.
Is this another momentum?
This is actually.
Oh my god, guys! So much momentum, guys! Holy shit!
God, I'm terrified what that means.
I told you, guys. Spend Fred, guys. Spending Fred is the way to get momentum. Unless, like me, roll like that.
It was just me.
Just that.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, you definitely managed to properly compensate and send your regards and your condolences rather to the families of the deceased, earning you some public appreciation.
I don't know if there's anything in the rumor mill that Rian can keep an eye on, communications with Hades or otherwise, and let them know things are going smoothly in this regard. Basically, try to communicate with them in that.
Well, think things are with yeah, I was gonna say things with Hades are going smoothly. About you know that there. I'm not sure if you learned that last time too, but you were told, or you would be told that their their spy network within Charybdis is ready. So whenever anyone will try and pull the trigger on that one, other than that, Hades has been keeping quiet and, like everyone else, preparing for a sort of a war to start.
I don't think there's much else we can really do in that regard for House Cairo, sadly.
We're just gonna spend some time with Alvar.
Yeah, and she's also gonna check in with her father. If he allows it.
I mean, you can pay him a visit.
She would, yes.
Yeah. When you travel, it he is still rather shook about the whole event, and the Nixes are just like you saw them a week or so ago. Still training, still completely just taking all that anger and channeling it in the intent for violence.
So it's still the same as we said last week.
It's only been like a week.
Okay.
Things will take time to heal, and fortunately for your father, people have talked him off the cliff. So won't do anything stupid that would have gotten him killed.
Good.
Right. Yeah, she would approach him and probably start with a hug. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing at least a little better.
Better as one can be. Questions?
I visited because I need your advice.
Of course, of course.
Do you know? Yeah, you know Lord or Lady Orpheus, right? Cassia.
Oh, nod.
She is awkwardly polite, and I mean we can't trust anyone. She made an offer to unite, like make a deal with or alliance with us Kairos, and I accepted. But I'm not sure if it was the right move.
I presume you explained to him the details of the.
Yeah.
Think about it. Certainly have a. She left you a wide door to back out. Things don't pan out. But by accepting this, yes, you have tied yourself to House Orpheus. Well, political wise, they're good family to align with. The few times I've met and talked with Lady Cassia, she was always friendly and understanding of certain nuances that most nobles, seems to me, that lack. Although she also is quite capable, so always assume she was also getting something out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when during the festival, I saw her with Lord Draco. I mean, I guess they also had a deal. I mean, I think they quite liked each other.
He'll kind of like give you a very like chuckles a bit and says, "Do you know? Have you read? And I'm not sure if you keep up with gossip. They say that about Say about Scott. About young Lord Elias as well. Spotted in
What?
the red light district. 2 of them at night.
I mean, good for her.
Shakes his head, says, these are clearly obvious tactics that I'm not really sure. Blackmail attempts, misdirection, smirking his reputation. Did read one paper that made my blood boil, titled Wife Dies at Home while Husband in the Hands of Another. You know why it says that?
No.
When Althea died, he was in Yorith, spotted with Cassia.
Oh God.
Now, Matt Scott, does he strike you as the kind of man who would do that?
Definitely not. No. I mean, at least from what I've seen and heard of him.
And yet, for the people, reality is less important than how you are perceived. Be careful around.
Wait. Yeah, I try my best. One thing she also said is that I am not sure if where I wasn't, but House Draco is piling up on weapons and stocking up supplies.
Not a lot of people are nowadays.
So there is something coming our ways.
He nods and says, it's best to be prepared for the worst.
I mean, how should I know what's the worst that could happen? I mean,
Civil war, unrest, House makes a grab for power, Draco retaliates. Maybe the House Draco tries to take out one of the other minor houses. Wars are bloody, expensive, and can last for quite some time.
but how can we defend ourselves? I mean, we don't really have the forces. Do we just go with the flow and just join them? Or stay out of the way?
You don't know things. Listen to your advisors. Sure, Rianne has a plan for such an event.
She always has, yes. Thank you for listening, and I'm glad that I could talk to you.
He'll smile and he'll give another hug.
Send Alicia my best wishes.
With that ominous meeting. If a war breaks out, what should we do? Well, stay behind your shield and pray for the best. It's fine. Rianne has a plan. Trust Rianne.
Oh dear God.
Comes back home. Rianne, what's the plan?
You're holding us together, Rianne.
Says, well, I have my just in case shit goes wrong. I can break right now. Crash that mirror. I'm more upset I just thought of an idea, but it may be around. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, we'll see. So it's like a time bomb. It's like T minus 1 week until event 0. Any other plans for the actual shitstorm starts?
I just want one thing with the Rion mentioning to Enrico about possibly training Freya in the art of combat. If Freya is still interested in that possibility.
Yeah, you can begin your practice lessons. Takes a while, but nothing else better to do, I guess, unless you count book reading. What are you, like a nerd? Play with the blade, goddammit. Only Naira has defeated an assassin with a book. Okay,
And
there's
also,
there's only so many people that can do that.
2 hunter seekers, in fact, not just one.
But yeah, as time goes by, and well, it should be only a couple of days, right, until the reply comes from House Helheimer, and pretty much already done deal, settled. Hey, why not?
Yes.
I mean, exactly. There's no stakes.
She's already got the wedding finances set up, just to make sure it's a wonderful event for both couples.
Exactly.
What could
Exactly.
go wrong?
As news article breaks out Wednesday in the morning, Rian, you check it as you read with a horrified look. As one of the nascent houses known for their unwavering zeal and warrior tradition, House Artorias, has openly made a declaration of war against the faith dancers that control planet Ashar. He has made a call out throughout the universe for anyone who will help in this crusade against the vile demons. And he has in fact declared war on House Draco and has accused them blatantly of harboring these face dancers and being complicit, and have begun actively militarizing, mobilizing their troops. They are going on the offensive and they're asking for support. And this message has been beamed throughout the universe. Rian, don't really need to roll to know that such news and such things, if proven true, which, I mean, they are kind of true, because House Arturius has basically told everyone everything. The only part that was not mentioned was the conspiracy members, who kind of like worked in the shadows for a while. Everything else, just out there for everyone to see, everyone to read.
Has the Ixion device has been put out as well? I couldn't remember that part.
Yes, the Ixion devices are known as well. It's everything, and I do mean everything. And again, that such news demands response. There's a likelihood that if things escalate, which these people are literally mobilizing troops, the Emperor will send the proper force to make sure that this doesn't blow out into a planetary war.
Wow, fuck. I think Rian's first order of business is one to reach out to the secret network, to those the conspiracy, mainly asking, try not to make it incriminating evidence, but basically saying like, has anyone heard the news? Essentially, just trying to get the feel of what's going on from everyone else's perspective.
Everyone's shocked. Yeah, but no, everybody has. I mean, it's spread like wildfire.
And well, Rian, of course, will make sure Lady Freya is informed, as now she has to mobilize a plan. She's thinking about something, but I need to talk to
someone else. Yeah, you do call an emergency meeting even before breakfast has been properly set. Everyone attends see Rian enter with a rather gloomy look.
Stone face, more like. She's just like locked down. I don't know if she feels furious or if she's just in shock right now. My lady, I bring news. As she will hand over the, not even knowing how to properly say anything, but hands it over to Lady Freya, as she will give Naira a look.
So that is bad.
Yes. This is for those who the rest of you, it seems there has been a call of action by a smaller house who's made it their mission to destroy all face dancers. They accuse House Draco of harboring face dancers, and they are mobilizing for war, essentially. As House Atreus has essentially demanded a holy war, a fight, and asked for aid in this endeavor.
They're not even harboring face dancers. They are called the face dance. They are
Oh, okay. I thought you were
puppeted.
saying. Okay, yeah, they're accusing House Draco of being puppeted and as face dancers as well.
It's a bold claim to make without any evidence. I assume they have some.
Yes, they say that there are. She will relay the information that I'm not sure exact Ixian devices, that House Draco's movements of war. Um, God damn it. I didn't even know they even mentioned like God told them so. Like, yeah, just a lot of
Oh,
things.
it's full of like religious symbolism, and they're a very devout house, very honorable and very upstanding. Like they're known.
The worry I have now is the accusation of face dances and harboring in such a major house, such a powerful house at that, could spread paranoia, fear, panic. And there's also the feeling that, I will not speak ill of the house, but House Atreus is a religious house at that, and to do nothing means that you are also an enemy as well, or considered guilty.
So we have to do something.
We could do nothing. We could wait, see where the tides take us. We could speak with them directly to figure out exactly their evidence and their mindset here. We can call a meeting with any local allies we have to get a feel for the reactions. There are a few options. It's just which ones do we feel we can take.
I mean, I'm not sure how Nyx is. Still dealing with the loss, but having a meeting with them probably doesn't hurt. May you have some insight.
Yes, I assume. Hopefully, your father and House Nyx will.
There you go.
Yeah, I assume so because I'm about to turn to him and ask him a question.
Ah, yeah, I was about to say.
Mr. Gary, I wanted to ask if it would not be too much trouble to ask the intent of the Melantov. This is a large education that may cause ripples in not only our environment but your company as well, and their investments.
Yeah, Garrett's just deadpan staring. I say he's just
You need to check with your superiors, I guess.
yeah, he will. I mean, he can't call him right now, but he will later. But okay, we'll say. Let's just say war's never good for business.
I fear that we need information, my lady, and we don't have much time before we will have to act in some way, but I fear we must move quickly.
Yes, definitely. Mm, it's gonna be chaotic. But I won't get my house killed or anything. I want to
you get
protect
what
them.
Well, I would also maybe perhaps recommend you perhaps engage in preparations. We'll see what my superiors will say, but they'll probably pull out and begin to liquidate assets.
The warrior as well. Not only just that, as Mr. Goldman has said, there are ripple effects that could happen. Certain deals that we are making could shift dramatically because of this. Not only with the Millennium Company, which has treated her so kindly so far, but Lady Cassius may have to switch as well, among other things. She glances from, I assume Alvar's here
Alvar is
to
here. He's listening intently.
Freya, essentially. She's she's basically using her eyes to convey what she's trying to
Yeah,
mean.
you look at Alvar, and then there's that moment. And then the doors open as one of the guards walks in. Probably with an urgent matter seemingly interrupting your important meeting, as he excuses himself and says, I come bearing news. We have an unexpected visitor. They're about to arrive in less than an hour at the shuttle port.
Who is this?
As a moment, says Lady Sigrid Helheim has announced her intent to visit us soon.
Did she mention why?
As Alvar just kind of like puts his face in his hand. And the guard says, I believe the message mentioned something about marriage arrangements.
This is bad timing.
Well,
Definitely is.
well, our letter to her was sent out not too long ago before this whole debacle. And now we must prepare for this conversation, my lady.
Yes, I'm gonna go prepare.
Of course. I shall get all the necessary preparations as well. Lady Naira, if I can speak with you for a moment as well.
Of course. I assume we step off somewhere
Yeah.
relatively private.
Nobody is following you.
Lady Naira, things have changed far. And of course, I cannot sadly change course correct in this regard. The cat, as they say, is out of the bag.
And likely to cause some. I lost the word I was looking for. Likely to cause some intense collateral or heavy pushback.
I fear we will lose any allies we are gaining in this regard. I'm not sure if Melantov will keep their end of the bargain, or at least finish it out and wipe our hands of this whole situation with Peter and this. Now, this we may be finding ourselves without support from them, and then I'm not too sure if Lady Cassius will try to find a better fish to hook. So we may lose that support as well. It's a possibility, but it's something I must think about.
And even beyond just the idea of accusing the entire House Draco to be face dancers, true or not, is going to have consequences. And they are our great house. They're a great house, right? Are they a major house? Major house. They are a major house. They have more assets than we do. And publicly going against them could just end badly for us unless we have something hidden up our sleeve.
Yes. And, well, our greatest boon was our being discreet and hiding in the shadows. But there's a chance we may have lost that. I have a few ideas to at least make it so we can gain something from this, but I must speak with Lord Damocles and the others if I have a chance.
Of course.
Go ahead.
I've also finished my research, at least to the point where I'm more confident and then I can detect these parasites in people's bodies, it might be more important now than ever to make sure that they are not laying latent to be activated.
Some good news. Thank you, Lady Nair. You are a boon, as always. Hopefully get a chance to tell the others. I will send out a word to House Orpheus. If nothing else, we can fall back on being a nascent house, following the will of our lords, and see where that will take us, so we can buy ourselves some time. I have an idea, possibly. We are a smaller house. We have no further allegiance that would make us necessarily a suspect. There's a chance we could fall on the good side of House Atreus. Oh, sorry, not Atreus, but call him. Not that one. Arturus, and see if we can gain some information in that regard. Hopefully, they will not turn their blade on us, but zealots and holy wars.
It's very risky to reach out to them and risk drawing attention to us in the first place, don't you think?
It is, but my fear is also if we do nothing, they will turn on us regardless. But like I said, it is only just a thought. I have other ideas we could do, and far worse if we can leave the city, the planet, or allow Lady Freya to leave the planet if we can. But that's for another conversation and another time. And if they are aware of the Ixian devices, that means Lord Damocles and House Nyx could be in danger themselves, from not just our enemy, but from House Artorius.
We need to be very careful and play our cards right here, because one misstep is going to lead to getting way more involved than we were going to be in the first place.
My worry as well is exactly how did House Artorius gain this information? Was it our enemies? Was it something else? Was there a leak that we weren't aware of?
I mean, clearly they had some kind of informant. Otherwise, to my knowledge, and my knowledge is very limited, they were not involved.
No, they had zero connection to this whole. They're like,
this is in character,
oh,
Grunt.
sorry, my bad.
You sounded so hurt. Yes, that is also a major concern in that regard. They had the people that we know were not ones to, well, at least in my mind, not ones to give such information away freely, and I have a fear of that. I believe the right course of action right now is to still continue not letting Lady Freya know until Lady Alvor and her are happily married, but I'm not too sure that is still the case. Her ignorance will be a good shield for a little bit longer, but I think we will soon have no choice but to let her know.
I mean, you said that we need to get her off planet if things go bad. Maybe this is our chance. If Helheim, they're not from, what the fuck is our planet name? Azar.
Azar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can, kill two birds with one stone. Get them off planet and keep the marriage.
My worry is that I'm not too sure. I do not know House Helheim. I'm not too sure they will have such a heart to care for Our Lady. And other than that, I don't know if Lady Freya will be content at the idea of leaving not only her house behind, but her father, and what that would mean for her.
It's not ideal, but I don't think any of these situations are ideal.
Yes. That is a mystery to be solved at a later date, but right now we have many situations to worry about.
We will let Freya handle the conversation with Lady Helheim. If you need anything from me, let me know. I will, in the meantime, just be monitoring the blood of our household members to make sure that there is still nothing that has been released against us.
Of course. Do you have a thought as well? Do you think we should let Gary know the situation?
Surprisingly, for not knowing exactly what's going on, he has been a very useful asset. I think, is it up to us whether we bring him in?
I'm not too sure. Right now, I haven't had a chance to speak with anyone else. You, I had permission for, and I vouched. But
there's always the chance that he could tell his superiors at Melankov.
Yes. And the callous of a business and corporation means that they have no allegiance to us. No guarantee they will not decide to cut and run. Or at the very least, ensure that it would not be a problem they would have to worry about. I'm hesitant, but I wanted to bring it up.
I think it's worth considering, although I would wait until after his meeting or his contact with his superiors.
One step at a time, then. Thank you, my lady. I do appreciate it.
Of course. Anytime. Especially now.
Yeah, so who's gonna receive Lady Helheim as part of the greeting party?
They would absolutely be there.
Rihanna would be behind Lady Freya, as always.
Nara then as well.
Yeah,
Gary,
I will be there.
you're
Gary's
off.
busy right now, calling.
We'll get to you soon, Gary.
Yeah, he's
No,
calling.
no.
He's doing work right now. He's
Yeah, so you wait as the shuttle lands and opens. She's escorted by two of her own bodyguards as a small entourage gets off as well. As she approaches you, Alvar is looking rather tense. As yeah, she looks very you can try and incite her. Not really hiding it that much.
Yeah,
Like
let's
she's
do it inside,
not
guys.
happy. She's not happy. It's just we'll see. I want you to roll me something. See how well you can read her.
What do we roll? Discipline?
Yeah,
Understand?
discipline. Understand.
Would observe be a good one for this?
Yeah. So yeah, no, you both. She's trying to mask fear underneath that whole pissed off demeanor.
Fair enough.
As she approaches you. Iros, pleasure to see you again.
He bows. Pleasure is all mine, Lady Helheim.
Shall we go and discuss things inside? I was planning on making this a lovely surprise, but I've read the recent news and I've also been given some additional information. So
Yes, of course.
doesn't even like
Okay.
look at Alvar, like follows you. Go back inside. You escort her entourage to your residence as you set up a meeting area, bring some wine in, and people sit down at their tables. As once you all get settled in, kind of like immediately cuts through it. Says we presume you have some sort of explanation for why your planet has suddenly turned into a war zone.
Bears can look at you again.
Maybe that these rumors aren't necessarily true. It's just the work of obsessed zealots.
If Freya allows Rihanna to speak, she will.
Mhm.
But my lady, I will be frank with you. Confusion is abound. We have no idea how House of Taurus even got to this conclusion. What evidence they have. It is. We are all caught unaware and surprised by this. And their tone and sort of voice does leave doubt. It's hard to
Yes,
understand the mind of an holy man.
This place is no longer safe for my nephew. As such, I wish to end his stay here. He shall be going back with me. You kind of like see Alvaro's eyes darting around. He's not gonna stand for this, but he lets any of you speak first.
My lady, please. This is a large misunderstanding by a house who seems to either be grasping for power or have fallen too far in their god's words, at the very least. We were not made aware of this.
Such a problem is indeed just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it will be solved in the coming months, and then we can resume with normal plans. But until now, I shall not have a member of my family be risked so pointlessly.
Lord Alvar and Lady Freya seemed intent on one another, and it is our duty of our house to keep him safe. That is something that we have not forgotten. And we would not wish harm to fall upon Lord Alvar if we can help it as well.
You have a large army?
We only have our guards and our network of spies, right?
Yeah, you have like you have soldiers in the city, but that's not a large army.
Yeah, and we don't have has our assassination spy thing not been fully born yet, I assume.
Well, I mean, you have the Nyx assassins and the Hades spies, so while Freya doesn't know where they come from and what kind of like deals you've made, you do have them. They're like, this is the sort of mutual cooperation, so you benefit from them as well.
I gotcha. We have allies. We have soldiers of our own, not as for on the front of the lines as House of Taurus, but we have our own way to defend ourselves and keep ourselves safe. We have Grunt. I want to make sure, ask Freya, we agreed to the plan with Lady Orpheus, right? That was something that at least seems to be
Mhm.
under still green from the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. She will mention that as well. We have the backing of our house, Our Lady, House Orpheus
Still
as
fail
well.
to see how this concerns me in the slightest.
It means that we are not just a weak house with nothing to keep ourselves safe, and in doing so, we will not be someone who will just allow ourselves to be mowed over.
No, but you do seem intent on dragging our name in unfolding mess. Maybe you don't understand, but this House Artorius, their claims may be baseless, but such accusations, in spite of in recent, so close to the Ixion scandal that you've had, it bodes very badly. And well, if things go out of proportion, if neither House Hollow nor House Widrus intervenes in this region and leaves your matters to be settled planetary-wise, well, I don't think I need to tell you that it's not impossible for the Emperor's army to show up. Once they show up, I don't think I need to tell you that you're all in danger. Trust me, there are no amount of forces you can throw at them. There are no amount of spies. You won't just submit or be killed. I, for one, refuse to endanger my nephew as such. No matter his feelings, it's just these childish emotions he's doing. She very coldly, bitterly smiles at him.
My lady, if I may, I am highly trained in keeping people alive. I've been trained in combat medicine, emergency response, first aid. I've stopped multiple assassination attempts on this family already. Your nephew is very safe under our care, and I have been ensuring that, and I will continue to assure that. We are not entirely helpless.
We got the planet's best swordsmaster on our side. Alva's gonna have best protection we can offer.
Why don't one of you roll?
And
Communicate.
because I have bedside manner, it's reduced by 1. The difficulty is reduced by 1.
You know what? Yes. But then you have to make the. So I was about to say, someone makes a communicate test, the other 2 assist,
Okay, I can do the communicate test.
and it will be a counter roll for whatever she needs.
What drive is this gonna be? That's the question.
First of all, for the assist, I would like Freya and Yan to roll me 1d20.
Gotcha.
Ah, those are. Oh. I died, I think.
Yeah,
You
died.
did.
Check the stream. Go.
Wow, those are
Jesus.
2 successes.
No, those
I
are
also-
4 successes.
Neato.
Because they were both crits. Yeah.
And I have that
Whereas-
advisor skill too.
I don't think that one applies.
Just for
Oh,
communication.
even when you
but
are no, it actually does. It does. Never mind. Oh yeah, no. I'm suddenly no. For successes on this, Jesus. At least I'll try.
Am I still making the communicate roll?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay. I just need to figure out what drive is this. I'm gonna use love. Because I can't argue for any of the other ones. And do we have any? We don't have any momentum,
You
right?
do. We do. We have. You have 3 momentum, so that means 2 extra dice if you want to spend it all.
I'll get 1 extra die if that's okay.
Those are 4 with the 2. That's a 6 total. Please don't tell me this is a.
And the difficulty is reduced by 1 because of bedside manner, right?
Yes. Which
and you
means.
can re-roll.
Which means. I was gonna say, yeah. Why don't you reroll that? If you get another success, reroll 1d20. So,
Me?
yeah. Because if you gain 1 more success, will spare me the headaches. Calculate. Well, I don't think that's a success.
No, my target's 11 from this one.
Yeah, so as you push hard, this is she is nearly there cracking. Like a slight nudge. Like a slight nudge.
Should we continue, Grux? We can still continue if that's
Yeah,
all
no,
right.
please continue making arguments if you have more arguments. You can
says-
see by the way Alvar's about to say something.
I gotcha. And my lady, the accusation goes to, well, it's not a house we affiliate with. It's not a house that I will say a house that influences, and our house is connected to to Orpheus, not Draco. If I remember correctly, right, Grunt? Okay, thank God. I was supposed to say that. I fucked that up. It says the accusation goes to, our name is not in the accusation. Our honor and legacy is not on the line in this regard for that our house Atreus is seeming to gunning down.
I was gonna
They're
say
not-
no, there actually is an accusation and there's a link to you. Your name
Oh.
appeared. Smacked up
Oh,
right
did it?
into it.
What does it say?
Strateris,
Wait.
face dancer.
Oh my God! It did. What the
Wait,
fuck?
what?
He did.
I told you, it's everything.
Yeah, you have
Everything.
X in devices. It looks in devices
Everything
too.
except the
Oh.
conspiracy part. like the shadowy circle. That's it. Everything else, everything that you've discussed,
Okay.
everything that you've
Daddy,
talked to,
Let me
Scott
let me
told him
rewind
everything.
then.
Yeah.
God damn it, Scott.
Scott
Let me
told him
rewind
everything.
then. Sorry. Um, says the accusation lays at House Draco's feet at the very least. They have not accused any other house other than asking for aid. And I will be frank with you, my lady. I do not see how this war of theirs will last that long in that regard. Even if this has any truth, even if they have, I'm not sure what proof they have on this regard for this, but it sounds the ramblings of madmen.
Perhaps Alvar has something to say for himself.
Yeah, if you give him the word, he'll stand up very formally. Look at you, Freya. There's determination in his eyes. He looks at his aunt. My lady, I think I understand what the problem is. To avoid such futures, I will not abandon people I care about here. I will stand with them. And to ensure that there is no problem in the future, I formally renounce the name of Helheim and ostracize myself, exile myself from the family voluntarily. And she's actually like looks a bit shocked at that. Is you willing to sacrifice such a thing for this? Letting your emotions get the better of you, nephew. Like, then you will have no problem if even the world gets embroiled and I get dragged into this, as my name will mean nothing. And then she just kind of like chuckles a bit. And then she looks at all of you and says, "You support his decision?"
Rihanna actually looks very shocked before she determination she nods. If it is wish the young lord or what Alvar wishes for, and what Lady Freya wishes for, then yes.
I say that does mean, Rianne, that get nothing from this alliance.
Useless piece of meat.
Look, the plan has already been thrown out the window and lit on fire twice, Grunt. I think
it has. It would have been so much easier if the planet wasn't embroiled in the war.
if nothing else can come out of this, if one good
Yeah.
thing can come out of this, my lady's happiness, then yes, Rianne is surprising enough content with this. Someone gets the win one more time. One time.
Thank you. Someone viewing it from a good perspective.
I think that's what Rihanna is like. If nothing else, she will ensure those two get out of here alive if she can help it.
She looks at you, Freya. Willing to marry a lowborn, my lady?
Absolutely. I didn't. I do like him because of who he is and not his status or anything else. And he's a grown-up man. He can decide for himself. I will love him either way.
She is genuinely surprised. Very well. Then I will my leave, as my presence here is no longer necessary. Stand up. Rianne, follow me, please. There's one last thing I wish to discuss with you before I leave. Some
Yes, my lady.
Walk out the door. And yeah, Rianne follows after her, but the three of you are still within any conversations you two would like to have with Alvar, as he just kind of like exhales once they leave.
I can leave the room if you want.
Kiss him.
Naira will excuse herself.
Faye would have left the room with Alva if the other's gonna stay.
There's no one else in the room. It's just you and him.
Oh, okay, great.
Camera zooms in.
Freya's gonna take his hands. I am surprised. I didn't expect that. And I'm honored that you gave up your house's name for me.
He'll nod, smile, and says that. Never fit in with them anyways.
It's still a big deal.
I know what she was thinking. I think you've shocked her today. Like chuckles a bit. But I promised you I will be by your side until this is over, and I will. I care about you, and I won't let politics stand in the way of that.
I'm glad we're thinking the same. I don't want anything get in between us. Neither family nor politics, anything.
Yeah, he will lean in to keep.
She's gonna kiss him as well.
Meanwhile, Leanne, as you follow Sigrid, supported by her own guards, she is walking, starts talking to you. That boy never ceases to.
Is it quite admirable? The confidence that comes with youth.
Stupidity that comes with you.
That too.
Had my doubts. I was half expecting you suddenly back out of the marriage. Many people that want to tie themselves to our name.
I won't lie to you, my lady, and say, as an advisor, I had to look at the perspective that would be of benefit for my house. But I have been with Lady Freya and the Carros family for quite some time, and I would love nothing more to see my lady's happiness. And Alvar makes her happy, name or otherwise. It's for the first time. I am quite content with this choice.
In a way, I am happy as well. He never fit in well with the rest of the family, and I care for him in my own way. Glad to see that he's amongst good people.
Yes, he is. He is a good man. A rare treat in these dark times that we have. And my lady, I understand that he is no longer part of your family, but I promise you this: we will do everything in our power to ensure his safety and his happiness as well.
Thank you. And if things get heated, if this war threatens to spill over, know that you will always have a place in my home. I wish to be honored as guests.
Thank you, my lady. That is a generous offer. I will inform my Lady Freya about it as well.
She nods. So yeah, sure. Depart. Meanwhile, somewhere else in the city, Gary. Well, You, funnily enough, the meeting will be held here in Lumen, since most of the other representatives and workers from Malankov were in Europe anyways. So, you know what? Why not change scenery for once? As the Zivka will insist that you all meet at the secret ingredient, as she's never had a chance to try the cake there. Which I presume you attend to, Gary.
Yeah, of course, naturally.
So yeah, you get there. There are a bunch of people at the table. As you sit down, you recognize some of them don't. But they're all more or less have acted in a similar manner to yourself, providing, managing investments, directing funds, making sure construction projects done without problems. As soon as you arrive and said, Zivka will look at you and says, "Welcome, Gary. Good to see you again."
Pleasure meeting you as well, Ziska. Even though the time is certainly not good.
I beg to differ. But this is why we are here to talk about things. As I understand, some of you have concerns about your own personal safety and well, maybe some of you think it's a good idea we pack our things and leave. In which case, I am sorry to disappoint, but we are here to stay. As I bring orders from the board of directors, as she hands out like a dossier, start passing at it. Says, we have all been given strict orders to remain here, continue managing the investments, and deal with things as they come. How's Gary looking?
You like fucking no. Sadly.
There's a couple of people that have a similar reaction to yours.
Yeah, it's like, but he is a bit, but he is beginning to craft plans and ideas, But blackmailing people with like maybe offering like loans, whatever. So he's already thinking. He's trying to think of how to take advantage to ignore the fact that there's a fucking war happening.
She looks around the table and says, "I can see we have a few skeptics. Tell me, friends, what better time to invest when this will be so much free real estate?"
I'm sure the noble house will be able to gratefully accept any offer we make them for reconstruction.
My friend Gary, there will be no noble house at the end of this. There will be ruins, cities burnt to ash,
Well, more
hundreds
for
of
us. Then.
thousands dead, cities completely destroyed by siege, starvation, famine. That means a lot of things, like you said, to rebuild, of money to loan. It will be a time of opportunity. So, if anyone is skeptical about it, you may resign now. But if you're ambitious, you understand what this opportunity actually is.
Oh, Gary understands, baby. No noble, so fuck yeah. Fuck the blue bloods, let them die.
As yeah, there's a couple of people who actually resign, sign the
God, cowards.
Yeah.
Cowards.
Well, For you, rest, there will be a transport waiting for you to ship you off planet. Leave while you still can. I doubt transports will be allowed to fly away in the next after the next couple of days. About like 3/4 resign, by the way. There's most people just like, nope, I'm not staying in the war
but fair enough.
zone.
You know, no, but listen, Gary's old, isn't he? He's at retirement age anyway. Whatever.
Yeah,
If he does, whatever.
it's one thing for a lot of these people, like War of Assassins. That's fine because that's usually very targeted. They don't really care about your life; is not really in danger. But right now, you do have to stay in an active war zone for the promise of future profits. Oh, As there's about there's two others then that stay alongside you. Carry everyone else just gets up and leaves after handing in their resignation forms. Sizivka smiles. This is the first time you've seen her smile. Forever you've been working with her. Actually surprised there's 3 of you left.
What you said? Sorry, I was laughing.
She said she's surprised that there are even 3 of you left.
It's people like us who brought us to the top. People aren't afraid of a little risk.
Indeed. Now, as the others have resigned and left, how I would like to have a conversation individually. And she looks at the 2 of them and says, wait for me inside. I wish to speak with Mr. Goldman first. Your 2 other colleagues get up and go inside, giving you a bit of privacy. As Zivka does put 2 devices on the table and activates them, one probably for jamming, listening devices, and the other one creates like a veil of silence, like a cone of silence around you. Says, Mr. Goldman, glad to see you're still working here. How is life treating you?
Oh, well, mostly smooth sailing. There were some hiccups with the spaceport, but I'm thinking now that kind of dreams are revealing itself. Bit of a shock, the news, but
Tell me, how ambitious are you? How high do you wish to climb in this structure of ours?
all the way still to start.
And I think you are ready to be part of the reconstruction plan. And she pulls out another dossier and just hands that to you. You can like open it. It's you can give me an understand roll. Honestly, I think that would be best. Yes, show bureaucracy would apply.
Yeah, sure. Probably duty. You know, if he's doing his. Actually, no power. Actually, I'll use power. It's just if I was like fucking reaching here.
Yeah, see, don't doubt that there are no prizes in fair play. This is exactly where the statement would apply.
Yeah. Fuck.
Well,
I will spend the threat. I will. we don't take complications here.
So,
Actually, Grunt, can I do a Grunt?
Hmm.
No, I will not. No, I'll not do this. Can I buy Brave tactically? But no, I will not.
bold.
Oh, bold. I mean bold, yeah.
Want to buy bold for understand? You might yes.
No, I will not do that. This feels the cheating the
You
game.
can. It's not cheating if I say you can't.
Yeah, no.
You want to buy bold right now?
Yeah, sure.
You can reroll that.
Yeah. That's a crit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
oh my
No
god! Oh
way.
my god! Oh my
Yes.
jeez! It's a natural crit.
yes, that's full success.
What the fuck? That's 2 ones. Jeez.
That is actually one moment. So, Ari, as you read the plan, there's this reconstruction effort. At first glance, it looks like a normal business proposal for different projects in different cities. And then as you start studying, and it's suddenly like a pattern appears. This isn't normally Malenkov invests in sort of like tourist attractions.
Yeah, I wanted to ask I had like a whole speech plan to convince the investors.
Yeah,
What's the economics?
this
Well,
this business plan includes, while they're designed like masked in a sort of tourist attraction, it seems that a lot of these sort of tourist centers that this business proposal wants to help
double purpose.
reconstruct are in fact currently activating as military buildings, which is an interesting kind of like, why would you want to build a casino in the military base? Huh? So it's, you can understand that a lot of these deals are made specifically so that Malenkov can place strategic agents inside certain structures and basically kind of infiltrate so many industries, not just military, mind you, military, agriculture, transportation.
Oh,
Several
okay, Gary's
industries.
smiling as fuck.
This is a comprehensive plan of a planetary takeover,
Damn, Gary's.
economics-wise. Now, it does have the implication that most of these places will be leveled, which you find that hard to believe if just there's like these one army of zealots going about. Their plan implies that the war will escalate to like planetary proportions and it will involve everyone.
The Emperor will intervene.
And I mean, yeah, that also might be.
Or maybe some great house.
Yeah, if the Sardukar show up and level the planet, then you can rebuild. It's even better. It's even easier then. And of course, you provide loans with absolutely devastating. This is the most vicious economical. Yeah.
I want to propose this, Grunt. I didn't realize you are my beast. Holy shit.
I honestly, maybe you could probably propose a couple of improvements.
Yeah. Gary's just smiling at this. Oh, he's salivating. Not literally salivating, but you know.
Yes. Well, what do you think of? Well, it's not my proposal, but my backers' proposal.
Quite devilish, I must say.
Quite so. Tell me, Gary, are you familiar with the nickname of the spider?
Am I familiar?
You know what? You can give me it's like a discipline roll. Maybe an observe would apply to this. The difficulty 4, not gonna lie to you.
Discipline 4 discipline? No.
Yeah, this is discipline.
Sure.
You have 3 momentum. You can spend 1 if you want.
Can I grab a momentum for an extra dice? I'm asking the council.
Yeah, sure.
Get 3 dice.
Yeah.
What's the fret pool?
1.
Can I buy 1 fret? You know, for 4 dice.
Wait, what? Yeah, that should have bought a dice threat.
Yeah, he can gain 1
momentum.
dice.
One fret and 1 momentum. That will be 2 extra dice.
Oh, so it's fine.
For very cheap, basically.
Go for it, my dude.
Go ahead.
Let me reroll something. To get my determination back, maybe.
Oh,
I think this is
No.
Tamara that's sending Morse codes.
Oh no.
What are you trying to say, Tamara? What do you need?
Yeah,
Blink
that
was
could-
SOS.
I don't think I'm in danger.
Blink twice if you need help.
But so I'll spend 1 momentum and 1 threat, please,
Damn.
for success.
Yeah, no, listen. Gary, this is the nickname you haven't heard in some time, but at like, so this is a very like conspiratorial story, but one that has actual evidence backing it up. It says that in the Malenkov Corporation, there exists this rumor that there's this kind of like ghost backer that seemingly invests and pulls strings for different investments. And, well, does have a rather notorious reputation of killing people and other shady businesses, as well as it's rather seen as a bad omen. Most people don't really, it's sort of like an urban legend, but like for the company workers, there's this shadowy guy fucking pulling the strings and killing people he doesn't like inside.
Get the fuck away from this thing if he's involved.
But at the same time, this is a rather like a strict corporate environment, and people do die in accidents every now and then. So it's not like out of the realm of possibility. You would also be aware that it's usually like I was gonna say if you mention the spider, that's if you are like if you claim association with the spider, that makes you complicit in a lot of. Malenkov has been involved in a lot of scandals across the years, right? And most of these like disastrous incidents, I'm talking like a failed project which basically ended up killing hundreds of people, or suddenly I don't know, a team that was working, a team of engineers created a malfunction in a city's shield generator, and that ended up blowing half the city. Things like this, like actual like controversies. Most of them have been attributed to this spider. So again, this is sort of a boogeyman and a scapegoat, but it's also sort of as a nobody knows if it's real. It might be real. You might just have one fucking crazy board member.
I always thought it was a bit of a fairy tale, that one.
No, they're quite real. And fortunately, not all the rumors, but a lot of them are. They have a vested interest, as it seems that opportunity has presented itself. While initially we're drawn here with the allure of investing in a couple of derelict cities, the plan has grown in scope. And Spider believes that planetary takeover is within our reach. Wouldn't be the first one that happened, but it would be the fastest. Usually takes many years for such plans to come to fruition. And well, the spider always looks for open-minded and capable individuals. Accept this promotion, Mr. Goldman. You'll be no longer a mere salesman. You will be elevated planetary board member. You'll be a part of the newly appointed members, newly appointed board of directors that will handle all business dealings on Azhar.
I'll be honored to.
Not. It extends you another contract to sign. Yeah, this is a big promotion.
I will quickly read it over, though.
Salary increase, benefits.
Yeah. So there's like, no, like, I'll sell my soul bit here.
No. But you don't need. It's for successes. Yeah, no, you are part of the company conspiracy now. If you, this is
Yeah. By the way, I forgot to ask. I assume none of my folks supply here because there's a 4.
no,
Yeah. So I didn't roll folks. Yeah. So only 4. But that's still success here.
but yeah,
Yeah, but it's not. There's nothing in the contract that is excess here.
no. But considering who you're dealing with, very safe to say that if you go and tell people about like the spider and your promotion, that's fine. That's a public thing. Your
Yeah.
affiliation with a shadowy figure within the company.
Oh no, Gary will not brag about that. No, yeah, Gary understands.
That's how you die.
Yeah, but Gary's not a good person either. He did some shady stuff in the past.
She clearly doesn't need a good person. The open-minded and
Exactly.
capable individual.
Yeah, Gary's not a good person.
Says, I'm glad to have you on board, Mr. Goldman. Your business sense has been watched over carefully for many years now. Glad to see you finally join us.
Gary just smiles.
She'll give you a handshake.
Gary go for firm handshake as well.
I'll have to talk to the other two, see what they do, and please don't be alarmed by any incidents that might befall those that resigned.
Oh, of course, yeah, accidents do happen.
It is unfortunate.
Well, should have went with the program, idiots.
It's better to have people voluntarily join than have those with a weaker constitution. As yeah, you'll get up as she has to probably make the same offer to the other two.
Gary is the happiest man alive. He'll grab some cake. He's fucking. Actually, he'll try to contain so once he gets back, once I get at the house, he doesn't want to seem too happy. That'll be sus, but
No, Jill. If you feel bad, you can go take a rest.
The face down just got the arrow.
Just don't forget about your XP. As I did actually. I did spend threat for Sigrid. Everyone add 1 XP. Yeah. Things happen. People depart.
Ron, did you put that in the house Alos? You put that in the house Alos.
Did I? Oh,
yeah.
I don't see nothing in the Karas com.
No. Take that away before they see it. Yeah. As
He'll grab some cake also.
yeah, you grab some cake as you turn. Well, yeah, you are you like escort Lady Sigrid to her shuttle.
Of course, the etiquette demands.
As yeah, she gets on board and depart. As you kind of like watch the craft take off, and you see there's another shuttle, a larger transport. The Sigrid has her own personal luxurious shuttle. This is much more of a common one. As you see a bunch of people walk in, you do recognize the Malenkov. Actually, no. You want to give me a roll to see if you even spot that.
Okay, what should
bomb
it be?
It's the discipline. Observe applies here.
Observe.
You can spend 1 memento if it's 2 in the book.
Yeah, I'll spend 1. What should I be my second one? 1 second.
challenged, could be duty.
Yeah, I think it should be challenged then.
You can even apply your
Yeah, I have one. I have two, so it's fine.
That's a free momentum back in the as yeah, they get in and you see they're dressed rather nicely, but one of them has a kind of like a briefcase with a small sigil that you immediately recognize as the Malenkov symbol as they're all getting in. As the shuttle starts its takeoff, you can see it in the distance as it rises, its engines humming as it gains altitude, and it's presumably cleared for departure. As it starts moving, there's a loud explosion as one of the engines seemingly has a malfunction. There's a gust of flame that engulfs one of the wings completely. The shuttle starts spiraling out of control as a second explosion follows, as another engine blows, and it just see the thing spiral out of control as it lands somewhere in the lake. Emergency teams are immediately dispatched to try and rescue the individuals inside, passengers and crew.
Oh, it was just the one ship for the Molotov, right?
Yep. Yeah, no, as the spaceport, the shuttle port does shut down at that point to ensure no other transports depart and anything else is fixed as boats are immediately sent. I'm not sure if you go to that site to see what's going on.
Oh yeah, especially since it happened so close by and it's in our territory. Essentially, Rian would have to act.
You immediately rush with maybe a couple of guards as you approach the pier, and they're one of the service workers there's notices you, kind of stands at attention, says, "Yan,
Does he know me, or is this a random guy?
most service workers know you. You're the main
Okay.
advisor of the house."
Oh, okay. Yes. What's going on? What's happened?
The transport shuttle collapsed into the lake. We have sent 3 crews to try and rescue any survivors. We are still waiting for further details. The port personnel report probable engine malfunctions.
Grunt. I would ask, would this come on House Kairos because it was our spaceport, but I assume the ship didn't belong to us. Would that somehow fall on us in some way?
That's kind of fall on you a bit. Listen, it does fall on you, but I'll say this: it's very important. How important are the people who died in the incident? If there was a noble on that one, you're fucked.
Yeah, so like,
your
oh shit.
reputation is cooked.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The corporation doesn't mind.
I think, knowing this at the very least, Rian would, of course, thank the man and tell him to let her know immediately if any new information has been told. She will have to make a proper report to reach out to a Melenkov company to ensure that they don't think there was any foul play on our part at the very least, and make sure they know that we are trying to investigate and make sure that because she doesn't know those were just people who quit. She doesn't know that there are members on that ship that also belong to them, and once they know, please let her know.
As you head back to the residence, and I'm not sure if you want to do something. It'll take probably an hour or so for you to get the report.
Yeah, she would of course inform Lady Freya about what's going on and that there has been an investigation, and she is reaching out to Milenkov to ensure that they are not snubbed in any way with this whole situation.
Thank you for informing me. Any survivors right now? You know of?
As of right now, no. The rescue teams are out and they're doing all that they can, but I'm not too sure how it looks.
Please keep me updated if you know anything more.
Of course, my lady. I would also want to ask, our situation still is the way it is. Lady Sigrid has, well, she has offered that if things turn sour here, that we have a place in her court. And I wanted to make sure you understand the extension of that invitation as well.
Thank you for letting me know. Really appreciate the offer.
Of course. Do you wish for me to also reach out to House Orpheus, see what their reaction for this news of, well, accusations?
Yes, absolutely, please. If necessary, invite her over.
I will do so as you command, my lady. And I'm not too sure if you had the chance to really go over the reports or the paper I gave you, but there has been an accusation of Astrid being a face dancer in there as well.
I read over it. I mean, I can't believe it would be true, but I guess nowadays, several things that didn't seem real.
It is a frightening thought, but I will not bother you any further. I will go back to my duties.
We're just gonna nod.
I should probably let Gary know.
Maybe you
As
should
well.
let Gary know.
Yeah, I should let Gary know. She will. I'm not sure if Gary's in his office or he's still eating that delicious cake.
You can wait for the report to come in though.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Gary's eating the cake in his office.
Yeah, so maybe like roughly an hour later, Rian, you would get an official report from your people. 10 people dead. Passengers of the shuttle. Apparently, the pilot managed to survive, or rather, the two pilots. But apparently, they couldn't get to the men to the passengers in time. A couple died. There's one that died in the explosion. Two that were injured and drowned. Several that were just kind of like stuck and they couldn't be rescued. And the two that were pulled out died about half an hour later due to kind of like burn complications.
Gotcha. Well, one, should we make sure that the two pilots are being properly taken
All
care
of
of?
them have been confirmed as having the only things that they found on them were the Malenkov Corporation briefcase logo. That's the only thing. Other than that, they do seem to have connection over what that is.
Gotcha.
Checking the registry at the airport, the shuttle port, they were their like flight was paid for by the Malenkov, and they usually do that for their own employees.
Okay, nothing odd about that necessarily. Well, other than the chance there may be possibly our enemies, but everything's all out of the way that it could be a number of things in that regard.
Well,
But
the flight log around, there's at least, other than Gary, there's at least another 3 people from the Malenkov that are still within the city. If you check the arrivals records, so
okay. Well, like I said, Rianne would try to do her best to mitigate any possible fallout. One, ensure that the pilots are being taken care of and are making sure they know that our hearts go out for them and make sure that they're not at all being mistreated or have any type of like
I'm sure you
everyone's
can
being given the
discuss
proper
this
care.
details with Gary. He's a representative.
Yeah, I would say, and next she would go to Gary with her reports and talk to him about this. She will knock on
You find
Gary's
Gary in
door.
his office as you walk in. You can see but you recognize the plate of cake that has been eaten.
Ah, Mr. Goldman, sorry to bother you.
It's not matters. I was just organizing some supply shipments, for coming days for contingencies. But what is it, Rian?
I'm not too sure if you're aware of the situation that has transpired in the last few hours, but you have my deepest condolences, as it seemed that there was well, an accident that happened at the space shuttle. Certain members of your board, 10 exactly, if I'm being told, were killed in a horrible accident. Though there have been only 2 survivors, the pilots, but everyone else on board, associates, I believe, with your company, lost their lives. She will carefully place the data pad, at the very least, with information about what happened onto the table for him to see.
And Gary's just kind of, his heart stops for a second because he knows what he would have been on this fucking shuttle.
Yes, you would have. Maybe not, Yuka. You wouldn't have to leave this place.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what your fate would have looked like if you.
Yeah,
refused.
Gary, yes. And Gary's also a bit sad for that. He doesn't mind, this dirty stuff. He's not a good guy, but he's genuinely sad of the death of what he considers innocence. He doesn't. My God. May their souls rest in peace.
I assume Gary just looks sad. I don't think he has any type of flicker of emotion that looks out.
No, Gary is generally sad. He does.
Okay.
He does. There is a slight computing, like when he realized. Oh no.
Can I insight that at all? I just wanted to see if she notices this fear, that flicker of fear for a minute or not.
You can both roll.
There's fear there. There's that.
Gary, you can.
Understood.
And I assume
Yeah.
understand or discipline?
But that is or observe would also apply for this.
Okay. I'm actually gonna use my faith if that's all right.
Yeah, you have momentum in the pool.
I will use 1, Gary. It's all right if you lie to me. I just want to see if she notices. I will spend a threat for I will spend threat for this convocation, Grunt.
Okay.
God damn it.
Gary, do you want to spend 1 momentum? Bump your dice pool by 1. There's
Well, we're not
3
that
in the
far.
pool, so.
I'll take 1 momentum. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you roll?
You can never succeed on inside rolls.
Did I roll a discipline for this, right?
Yeah. The roll.
I have bold. Should I use that one instead? I already said it. Never mind. I already
No,
used
you
the
can.
thing. Never
Doesn't
mind.
matter. You can,
By the way, it's actually I forgot to click the focus. It's actually 4
can
successes.
re-roll. You can re-roll the 20.
Yeah, beat 4 successes.
I'll re-roll that 20.
At least not gain the threat, right?
Yeah, just for not the threat.
You don't get 4 success. You don't get the threat.
No,
Thank
but
God.
that's a 3 versus 3.
No,
So,
I forgot to pick the focus. The
Oh.
7 is a 2 successes actually.
I see. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
you cannot inside Gary. I'm sorry, Rianne.
That's all right. Like I said, I just wanted to see if she even noticed that you had that moment of fear or not.
No, okay, he will actually reveal that. It's actually a bit of a. Maybe I do have a guardian angel looking out for me.
Mhm.
Almost had a bit of a thought actually going on that shuttle myself.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Was it were you planning to leave us so soon? A vacation, possibly?
A more permanent one. We were offered because the company does not expect people to work in the war zone. Well, it's not conclusive of how much trouble Arturius will stir up, but
I see. Well, I thank you for. I'm not too sure if you stayed more likely for business, if nothing else, but the sentiment is still appreciated.
I do like this world, and will be shame. I'll try to preserve the beauty once, depending on how much it'll get tarnished. But yeah, so most this world. business, you know. With conflict comes opportunity. Desperation.
Oh, well, sad to say, I understand exactly what you mean. This will present many opportunities, depending on what direction this war that Taurus wishes to wage.
I mean, no matter what, people will need help in reconstruction. Aid
Yes.
shipment. Assisting with finances, low. But this is my word. This isn't exactly of concern to you. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully, such a thing will not be required here.
There is a bit of a look Rianne has. Maybe she's thinking or something like that as she nods along to what Gary's saying. I see. Well, regardless, I wish to send my condolences to your company. Even if these men had decided to, what did you say, leave for the active war combat, the death is still something to be
They did not
mourned.
deserve this. No, there's nothing to be ashamed of leaving a active war zone.
Yes.
Only the mad would stay here. They were innocent
Yes.
people. May God rest their souls.
Yes, and please, I will of course still write to your company that we are going to take care of. I plan to assure the pilots' safety and make sure they are being treated well. And I do apologize for the loss of life. Is there any steps you wish for me to take as a member of your company? I assume there are procedures for this.
I mean, this is I assume you send out aid to get as many out, even though
Normal
yeah,
procedures. I was gonna say normal procedures, Gary. You know that. This was kind of their fuck up. So normally, what houses would do would offer maybe an apology, send some money, and be done with it, right? Pay some compensation, and that's it. If they want to maintain good.
Mhm.
But you do know that Zivka's in town, and probably negotiate straight with her. Unless you want to form that apology.
Yeah. No. Yeah, no, Gary knows. I think. Yeah, assume the apology goes out towards like their families and such, or
No.
Yeah, Rian is saying to
No,
both.
what the fuck? No, it
Yeah,
goes to the
she's
company.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rian is saying like you forward this great apology, and we are trying to do everything we can to make sure. Like she's basically saying like, hey, talk to your company. We're trying to apologize.
Yeah, Gary
My
will
point
assist her
is
with
that
that.
Zivka is in town. She can personally talk to. Rian can personally talk to her.
Yeah. Gary will direct Zivka. She's is Zivka like the leader of the planetary operations here, or she's just like the
She is the
one
one
of the
that's in close contact with the board. Yeah.
yeah. Zivka is much closer to the board than I am in the chain. You can forward it to her. I can
Uh,
give her her contact.
I wasn't aware she was in the city. Would have hosted her greatly and given her
Please, we are no nobles. We don't need such a fancy.
nobles or not. You are still guests of high. Well, you matter greatly to this family in that regard, and I wish to treat you as such. But I will respect your wishes.
No, don't worry, your cake at the secret degree was most delectable.
Very
Of
well
present
then.
company.
I will speak with well, Lady
Zivka, no,
Zivka.
not lady.
She's like Rihanna's trying to stop herself from doing her proper etiquette. So I will speak to Zivka and ensure that she understands our deepest condolences for this tragedy.
Of course. If I find danger, Urian.
Of course. You too, Mr. Goldman. Go talk to a business lady.
Yeah. If you set up, if you send her a message, she would actually agree to meet you, and she'll say that the best way to discuss this would be. No, she doesn't.
Shadow Lady number 4.
Off the factory ward.
Template 4.
If you wish to discuss this, better be discussed at Goldman's office.
Of course. She will
As-
ensure that there are proper snacks and teas.
Yeah, as you... Not really sure, Gary, why she's bringing you into this, but actually you might, and actually you might
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
because you have been brought into the conspiracy now, so she may
The
have...
other conspiracy.
Yeah, she may have been once higher than you on the food chain, but that's changed recently. So this is also her way of saying welcome. By the way, Gary, it's the second day. You haven't heard anything from the other two people. Just
Gary will sigh. He doesn't like death, but he doesn't mind the damage.
some people don't have faith, but get spooked easily. This is what it is.
A coward.
Yeah, they're cowards. As Prep and early in the morning, Rihanna, as if the bad news doesn't keep, one of the guards would come in and report 2 more deaths.
God damn it! How are they dead this time?
How many tragic accidents?
The reason he's reporting you is that 2 of these people died in the secret ingredient. Apparently, one had a hyper-allergic reaction, and the other one died of a heart attack.
They wouldn't happen to have been members of a certain company, would they? Any information about these 2 tragic souls?
Guard kind of almost like surprised or nod and say, I do believe they have some Malenkov association. That's how they were listed when they arrived.
Gizmo, she closes her eyes for a second and breathes. It's like, very well. I thank you for your report. Please let me know if you've learned anything else, but I will take care of the rest. Your services are... We appreciate your services.
Nod. And a couple of hours later, with Zivka in Goldman's office. As you go there first, Rian, to greet her, to be there when she arrives, or...
Oh yeah, like I said, Rian, regardless of if she's not a noble or not, she is a guest here.
Yeah, you and Goldman wait as she arrives on time. She walks in. Greets you, Rian. Light nod.
Lady Zivka.
And I don't think you've met with her first time.
No, she met her.
We met. She's
at the first sessions.
let me finish. She's the person we met with the cake situation and while we had the
Yeah.
connection with the Valentine.
She got investments here.
It's been a while since we've seen each other.
It has. I have brought cupcakes instead of cake this time, but I hope it is up to your merits.
I certainly have a better circulatory system than some of my colleagues. I should take the cake and bite into it.
Yes, I've been made aware of many more tragedies, I'm sad to say.
It's truly a tragic accident.
Yes. I fear bad luck has befallen a few of yours. I do apologize for that.
No need to worry. And it was an engine malfunction, as I was told, and 2 of my colleagues that have bad health issues. Well, should have known. The ingredients are listed for what the cake contains. You are not at fault.
Thank you for your kindness. I hope in the future your men will make sure to read the proper ingredients. But regardless, I must deeply apologize and wish to give you my condolences. There are 2 pilots, I believe, men of yours, we are properly taken care of, but
They're not. I was gonna say they're not their men. They're just like
there's
like
pilots.
the
Okay.
port
Shuttlebot
security,
employees.
They're your
thank
men,
you.
if anything.
Oh, okay, thank you. I thank you for letting
She
me know.
left them alive, you know. She didn't touch them.
Yeah,
He was so nice. Yeah, so nice. I'm sure.
I'm sure they weren't the ones that actually sabotaged.
I'm sure they're not face
Or
dancers.
would they?
I'm
Or
sure they're
would
not
they?
face dancers.
We don't have that here. Um, yeah. I will also ask if there's anything in your company needs from us. We will try to do our best to comply with that's within our power to do so, of course.
Oh, there's no need for you to do anything. Like again, accidents happen. I think we can both agree on that and leave the matter as a cautionary tale for people who don't read ingredient lists. And I believe it was our company that built the port and provided the vehicles. So if anything, maybe we should be the ones apologizing to you for the bad reputation.
Oh, we shall call it an even for now then. And well, with things going on the way they are, I don't think reputation will matter soon as things are becoming more heated.
She nods and says, I will be departing your city on boat as I'm headed to yours tomorrow.
Ah, if it's not too much to ask, is everything all right?
But there are, as I've suddenly found myself with much more contracts to handle and work to be done.
Of course. As seems work never ends for you.
Does not.
There's much more ahead.
That's all. I shall kind of like stand up, politely bow, take her leave.
Well, Mr. Goldman, it seems things are well, going in some direction at the very least. I do again thank you for being so kind as to stay on our trying times. It seems there will be a boon for everyone in this regard.
Well, for now, we'll call more for now. Right now, we're in damage control.
Yes. Oh, it seems you all are 10 steps ahead of everyone else. I do applaud your ability to keep yourselves going forward. But again, business always booms.
Sadly, when tragedy strikes, it is. With tragedy comes opportunity.
Opportunity.
Just. But anyway, I'll be happy to assist you with organizing.
I must ask, with the loss of so many of your men, will Melenkov be able to? Will there be a shipment in movement, or will there be any new decisions for your company?
Well, it'll be first of a lot more work for me and Zivka, since we'll be taking over their duties. But no, we're not nobles. For now, I mean, with corporates readying loan agreements for reconstruction of their like internal planting schemes. For now, damage control. For now,
I understand then. Oh,
if you need anything, I'm sure I can requisition corporate.
no, it seems I must bow my head to you. I am good with numbers, so hopefully with time I'll eventually catch up. But like I said, we are here to ensure that our continued relationship is a happy one.
I think for now we should prepare for the coming civil unrest.
Yes.
Food, riot supplies, maybe firearms and rubber bullets. That kind of things.
Yes, war has an ugly business. I do not know exactly how House Taurus wishes to proceed. They call for aid against a much more powerful faction, if nothing else. And if they cascade further, House Draco could possibly ask for aid from their nascent houses or those who fall under them. And on it goes.
No, I think Draco will be fine. I think it's a question of who will answer Taurus's call in a straight up fight.
And what retaliation will be taken for those who answer his call as well.
Oh, that depends on who will answer it, but for now, this is all speculation.
Of course. Mere speculation, nothing more.
We'll see how big this shitstorm will be.
Of course, sir. I will. If you need anything from me, please do not hesitate to ask.
I think it's I who can offer you more in these trying times.
I'm sure you will. She gives Gary a smile before getting up, and she will, of course, leave him any snacks he wishes for, but she will make sure not to leave a mess here for him to worry about.
He'll consume the remaining cupcakes.
Yeah, so fine. The shitstorm isn't over yet.
God damn it.
That's funny.
Don't worry.
It's okay. We're here to help.
Yeah, as a couple of days go by, and does not seem that this holy war mess is going away. In fact, it seems it's gaining more and more amplitude.
Have we got any word back from either Nyx or Orpheus in any way?
Yes, Cassia would schedule a visit. What was the message to Nyx again?
Mostly, I guess, mostly using the underground way we've been
Mhm.
communicating with Rihanna, essentially asking, like, have you heard the news? Essentially seeing what the response was from everyone else.
Everyone has heard the news. I don't. I think. Would Nyx know that it was Scott that just blew the lid on everything?
I don't know. This is House Alios territory. They decide to say anything or not. 'Cause,
This is not their game right now.
yeah. I know.
You know what? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be a bitch. Rianne, you would get a message, a note.
God damn it.
It's from. Actually, no. You wouldn't get any responses from Nyx.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
you know, in this invitation for Cassia, the response comes swiftly, as she and her husband will attend gladly.
From House Nyx.
No, from House Orpheus.
God, we would be glad
Yeah, and
to have
husband.
such a esteemed
You
household.
didn't meet him so long.
I don't.
You know, yeah, you're right. Rihanna's grown, guys. She's better than she once was. She is.
About that.
Damn.
Just one more kiss for good measure. Maybe.
No kisses. No kisses from anyone. God damn it. The only one who's allowed to kiss right now is Alvar and Freya. Gary, you can kiss your money.
But yeah, you can let Freya know about this if you.
Oh yeah, of course. She would let her lady. She may be keeping some secrets from her, but she will let her know that House Orpheus, Lady Cassia, and Lord Orpheus and Lady Orpheus will be making their way here for a visit. Hopefully with, well, good news.
Let's hope so. And she mentioned Silex?
Yes, I see. What is Lord Orpheus is the one who's supposed to be in charge of our house at the very least, or our faction. So it makes sense for him to make a visit. It is actually more surprising he has not done so, especially with these dealings that we wish with his family. I'm sure it'll be hopefully good news. We'll reserve a bit of that. And if you want, my lady, for you and Lord, Alvar. And if you are both are ready for
You
something.
cut out there for me.
Oh no. She's like, what part did you get cut off?
You said something about him becoming something.
Lord Consort.
Lord Consort. It's just like, preparations for your union, we can begin those as well, if you both wish for it.
I mean, the sooner the better. I'm not sure what's going to be ahead of us.
Of course. Do you, with this war and this unrest that's spreading, do you believe it should be best for being more of an intimate affair?
It's probably for the best.
Very well, my lady. It shall be done.
Thank you.
Oh, I want to make sure I said, Rian would have, once she had all the reports, she would have let Freya know about the incident that happened, and Melancom's response with that as well. That certain members of their company were killed in an accident, and did our proper part to do all that we can, and they seem to be okay right now.
We will look into the files and nod you off.
You will make her take her leave afterwards.
Time to spend some threat. Deploy
No,
another face down.
this is not even.
Spaceport assassination. Added spaceport assassination.
Oh, that
As
promise.
yeah, the news hits you, Rian, day after secret depart. There is a rather brutal assassination that takes place in the spaceport, where she is butchered in the street.
Fucking knew it.
As this news spreads like wildfire throughout the planet, as Sigrid Helheim has been viciously murdered.
Wait, in which city? Lumen?
No.
Not our city, in the space.
The,
the
city which
spaceport.
houses the spaceport. Yep.
Ah,
City
okay,
of
so it's rat.
the- yeah,
Okay.
Darsh.
I removed the Master Kosh vengeance thing.
Yeah, the city which houses the spaceport.
Another Draco L.
As yeah, she's been just it's been brutal. Her and her bodyguards lie dead in the streets, and an entire like media scandal as people just blame a lot of the public administration that kind of falls on House Draco at the moment. Considering there is a currently ongoing holy war against them, yeah, this is bad. This is very bad for them. This is seen
The red
as
demon was so nice. Fucking Alvaro saved himself there.
yeah, she dead.
Ooh.
He couldn't even.
Runt, I have a quick question. Just to be safe, it's gonna sound callous. Did you follow those reports saying Alvaro is no longer part of the family? That was already in there.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I assume that was made very public.
Okay, gotcha. Well, we would of course do the proper thing by consulting, well, Alvar and Freya to make sure they're aware of the news, keeping the gruesome details necessary apart, but letting them know what happened, and that Lady Sigrid has, well, been assassinated. And the blame seems to be falling towards House Draco for either incompetence or some other method, but it doesn't look good.
That's terrifying.
She would turn to, well, both. I actually asked. I understand things are in a bit of a awkward atmosphere with the House Helheim, but should I at least reach out for condolences for their loss?
We're just gonna look at our.
Oh, he's part of this discussion.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
Yeah,
assume
no,
it's his family.
he's looking very sad. Like that's even with like the tense situation, he clearly like had some. Like, he cared for his aunt.
Yeah, and which is why Rian's like letting him know because the aunt seemed to care for him too.
Honestly, I'll handle the messages myself. Is that all you wanted to discuss?
Yes, I am sorry for this news, but I wanted to make sure you were all made aware before you found it another way.
Thank you. If I may be excused.
Of course.
Take his leave. down.
I'm sorry for this news, my lady. It has been a pile of tragedies upon tragedies outside of our control.
Yeah, it's we're spiraling down. Great. Anything else is gonna blow up?
Hopefully not, my lady. You should check on Alvor and ensure he's all right. I will give you time to breathe and handle it as best I can.
Thank you. You're a great helping hand. I couldn't think living without you.
There is a bit of sadness in Rian's eyes. It's like, thank you for your belief in me. It's a strength that I care for, and I will not let you down, my lady. I gave an oath, and I gave a promise, and I will make sure I can keep it.
I really appreciate it.
Rian would do the bow and go back to get work done, hopefully giving Freya a few hours to whatever she needs.
And Freya would talk to Alva after a few hours.
Yeah, you find him in the library. So she gets up and says, oh, yeah. Not in my best moment right now.
Totally understandable. I am so sorry for what happened. I've been there a few months ago, and I know it's terrible. I hope we can help you somehow. I know it's not easy to just get over it.
That our last talk was so. I wish we could have parted on better terms. She was always there for me. No one grew up. She never fitted in, and she always made sure that I was kept as far away from inner house politics possible.
I mean, it seems like she really cared about you. And I think she's still with us.
Thank you.
If you need anything or anyone to talk to, you can always come to my office and can talk here. Whatever you do your liking.
I'll stifle some tears and nod.
Just gonna hug him.
Gonna hug you back.
We're going to have some visitors over, just so you know. You don't have to be there.
I don't want to make you look bad, you know.
You don't. But whatever you choose is fine. I don't want to force you to be there while you're grieving.
Appreciate a couple of days off.
That will be fine. I'm just gonna kiss him and leave the room.
I'll be left to process the death of maybe the only family member that actually cared for it.
A sacrifice for the greater good.
Yeah, as more news comes, and it was Not only when I say butchered, I mean her corpse. Her like corpse was hanged on like a skeleton, just displayed for all to see.
Rian wouldn't mention that to him.
The newspapers do, so all he has to do is just read a newspaper. There's pictures as well. Quite gruesome.
I would give him fair warning. At least give him some time to. Hey, you don't have to look at this, but it's some really bad shit. It's not. You might not want to look at the paper today, sir.
Oh yeah, I mean these are not like good news. These are gossip newspapers. Of course they're gonna show the most gruesome shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's whoever did that didn't die quickly. There's speculations that she was tortured. There is a lot of rumors, amplifying maybe even going to fiction, but still stoking these flames. As well, a couple of days go by as the Orpheus visit is planned. Presumably you will meet them at the pier. All of them. And all of you, right, Rianne? Right?
I think it's best Rianne stays back. You know, just to make sure the
Coward.
Red doesn't kill
Believe
you.
It's not grow.
Can't
God,
believe.
yeah, I am. Fucking take that coward badge proudly.
Let me find me some. Let me find me a gift. Give me a second here. There we go.
Rianne's leaving notes around for the Red Demon
There we
saying,
go.
like, "Hey, did you murder this lady? Did you kill this lady?"
Look at General Chat right now, please.
I don't care. I'm not going. He can go fuck himself. Look, it's for the best. You know, we've already caused enough awkward situations. Rianne does not want to make this worse for everyone. I don't think Lady Freya needs Rianne to hover around. God tell you guys, fuck you both. Lady Freya, I'm sure that there's some things around the house I have to make sure are well, and preparations for the wedding, of course. That
Yes,
may,
it is your decision. If you don't
Of
want
course.
to.
and I believe Lady Naira may need me for other reports as well.
Freya's gonna smile and just say, yeah, of course, yes. Always some tasks around the house.
Of course. I will make sure that the rooms and everything else are properly prepared. But well, I am proud of you, and you don't need me holding your hand constantly. And Rianne does actually look a little proud at Freya when she says that.
Yeah, I've gone a bit, yes. But I think I can handle this conversation on my own.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. She smiles at our lady, and but I have no way to communicate with the Red Demon. I realize he just
No.
exists somewhere in my house, in somewhere.
He probably doesn't at the moment because he was at a spaceport butchering someone, but
Yeah.
He's still butchering
you
the corpse.
did give him like access codes to all your security, so yes, he can just walk in and out.
It's okay. He's very happy right now. He's very happy. He's able to get this.
Finally gotten some murder, some people.
Ah,
Make a
beautiful.
box of treats. Just put a box at the end, with a trap door for him.
He will give you a friendship bracelet made out of her innards.
And I have
Here
like
you go. Here you go, you whore. Actually, that's only for the witches. He doesn't call Rihanna a whore.
just one more. There you go. There's another one, new version of it.
I think I need to be there, Grunt. I feel like if I get there, it's gonna make things worse.
Ah, fuck.
No, you can run away from your problems, but the problems will still catch up to you as
In a dastardly fashion.
as just Freya, I guess. As you approach, you wait for the boat to land. As the entourage starts crossing on here, as you see both Cassia and Silex walking side by side, as they both. Yeah, but Enrico's not the political advisor of the. As they both look at you, Fran, and like give you a polite nod, as Cassia actually goes in to hug you.
is gonna bow and then go into the hug.
It's like, don't worry about my husband here. He doesn't care for much for etiquette too. There's
So it's polite. So yes. I hope you had a great ride here.
I did. I assume have some of that delicious cake, and maybe then we can discuss some business. It was a rather long trip.
Absolutely.
As she'll kind of like grab you by the arm and start dragging you towards the secret ingredient.
Is Alex just following behind?
No, he's not actually.
He's staying?
He's just watching you leave. Yes.
If I would ask Cassia, and what about your husband? You don't want him to accompany us?
Glances back at him and says, "Ah, of course, dear husband. Could you make sure that our bags are properly delivered to our quarters?" He'll just nod, smiles back, and it's fine. He has other things to attend to. Continues to drag you away.
Yeah, of course, yes.
As yeah, you will head escorted by guards and Enrico to the secret ingredient as you sit on the terrace. Cake will be brought out. It's good to see that place is still rather peaceful considering recent events.
Yeah, yes, good call it peaceful. Yeah.
Gruesome event at the airport. How is your fiance doing?
He needs time to grieve.
Understandable. Well, it was sad when I heard the news.
Yeah. It was terrible.
Anything may be able to request her body and hold the funeral.
I mean, if that is possible. I mean, I'm not sure if there are any investigations that need the body.
She smiles and says, I have a few friends. I can pull a few strings and speed up those investigations. I think House Draco has more pressing concerns. Which, well, I did want to discuss this with my husband present, but Yorith, my city, is in a quite dire predicament, as we believe we might be the first target of House Arturius, their crusade against the face dancers. I am not prepared to let my city be run by fanatics.
I agree. The thought of it is not pleasant.
I'm glad you see it my way. I was hoping I could count on your support. The military kind. In case things escalate with them.
I mean, I'm not sure if we can offer that much military.
You specifically might not be. I do know your father is married into House Nyx, and I know for a fact that House Nyx possesses an impressive military arsenal, enough to dissuade the zealots from marching in. I was hoping you may be able to put in a good word, persuade them on my behalf. Otherwise, I do fear for my citizens. They will. Our defenses will be able to hold, but it will be only a matter of time until they breach through the city's shield. And I'm not sure if you've ever studied military history. Not one of my subjects until I married my husband. Apparently, city fighting can be quite gruesome and quite bloody.
We don't want that to happen. I'm going to discuss it with my father. See what he has to say. I can't guarantee you anything.
Of course not. If the Earth falls, then they won't have access to the entire transportation network of the planet, allowing them to move troops quite easily across large distances as well as supply them.
That's going to be dangerous if it would happen.
Quite so. But I'll leave such matters for us to discuss further length once our advisors, my husband, is present. How have you been holding up?
Things. I mean, great and bad, but yes, that's how life is treating us all.
She'll begin making conversation, talking about recent events, asking basically how you feel, how's Alvar doing. As we will switch scenes to Jan as you're obliviously staying in your own office, right?
Yep, eating some delicious pumpkin cake. Grunt.
There's a knock at your room, a heavy knock.
Come in. I assume it's one of the fucking more bad news, is what Rihanna assumes, or
Yeah, as you
hopefully more
see the
reports.
bad news walk in, it's Lord Silex. She like
Oh,
he
my lord.
shuts the door behind him before even the guards have a chance to say anything.
She stands up, like, thinking quickly. I'm sorry, I wasn't aware you had already come to the house. Is there something I can do for you? Is Lady Freya and Lady Cassius have needed me?
Like smiles and says, "Ah, it's lovely to see. I always make you so flustered, Rianne."
I'm sorry, it has to do with me preparing for protocol, my lord.
You not prepared for protocol? I may think this is some sort of attempt to seduce me.
I'm sure, my lord, it's not that at all. I will not interfere with such dalliances. Does Lady Cassius have need of me, or Lady Freya for that matter?
No, I have need of you instead.
Is this another attempt at a game you're playing, my lord? I do not think I'm in the right mood for such things.
Ah, yes, I should fetch the wine first. Of course, of course.
Why
It's
need
like
help at the very
that
least?
takes a chair and just sits down across from the desk from you.
She takes a reluctant seat. Would you like a piece of pumpkin cake? I have tea as well.
Of course. I heard many things about your delicious cake.
It is.
And he winks.
God damn it, Silex. Where's your wife at?
This is Swordmaster is.
Well, what can I do for you, my lord? That's not much a simple advisor of my status can, but I will do my best.
You don't need to put yourself down on account of myself. After all, both know who actually runs things in this place.
Of course, Lady Freya is the one the one in charge, of course.
Yes,
Is
of
there?
course. Then should I speak to Lady Freya about a secret conspiracy dedicated to fending off the intellectual influence on this planet?
Do I have composure? I have composure, right? Cool, second.
Listen, you cannot you can stand to not lose face on this.
Grunt, I don't need to lose face on this. How do I make sure I don't fucking lose face? What do I roll for that?
Discipline.
I am praying for your downfall. I am praying for a complication right now.
Damn you!
Trips,
Sorry,
falls
that's
over, spills some wine. No, not this again.
Fall into his arms.
Do we have momentum? How much momentum
Yes,
do we actually have?
two.
I'll use.
Don't waste it on such unimportant things.
Thank you, Gary.
I know, yeah, you keep a decent composure. Does not seem to be phased by it, though. Smile never leaving him.
Rian strains her shoulders up a little bit at that. Such a interesting tale you weave, my lord.
Mm.
May I ask where you heard such things?
That's less relevant right now. More relevant is that I think I just witnessed a very bold declaration of revenge. Very confusing. The point is, I saw a man that was deeply wounded, ensuring that those responsible will die, and in the process, that might just take us all with him. I was at the meeting spot when Scott Elios told Lord Arthurius everything. Well, not the conspiracy part. That part I learned from Alexi, but that's a different story.
I would like to roll another
Do you
composure.
imagine? Do you know that they sent him to spy on me? They thought I was a face dancer. Me of all people. Think these skills can be replaced? Be imitated?
I would like to roll a composure grunt. Is that
Feel free,
all right?
roll, yeah.
I'm praying for your downfall.
There's,
God.
now, I would understand if they want to copy my face. It is a rather beautiful face to try and imitate.
I'm praying for your downfall right now. All curses be upon you. Fuck you. No.
She is seething right now. I see. Well, it is an interesting thing, of course, my lord. As you said, your skills of a what's it called? My brain is literally forgetting right now. My hatred, my seethingness. Oh well, someone of your skill and nature, it is very hard to duplicate, of course. I'm happy to know that they cannot ever decide to copy you.
Didn't realize you cared so much about me. Again, I mean, no, I did. I'm glad to see you admit it. He winks again.
Well, you are my acting lord, and it would grieve us so and wound us as well if such a thing ever came to pass.
Your lord, I wish. Things I would have you do for me.
I'm sure it's all above board, my lord. And as you know, those things cannot be done, as you have a lovely wife.
No. My lady, Rianne, you think me such a crude man. No, I would merely have you serve me wine and cake every day. It does seem to be your modus operandi. I'll just let you do the steps when you feel comfortable.
Thank you for your kindness, my lord. Can you tell me furthermore about this conspiracy, this Scott Alos, you say?
Well, escorted him alongside with Alexei. Fended off another assassination attempt at his life. And, well, he went to... I believe his intent was to gain the aid of House Artorius, although I think that backfired a bit. Did not expect that they were this zealous.
He did not expect the zealous house to react in such a way as what you're saying.
Well, apparently they prayed for a day and a night in their temples. Divine revelation showed them the way. Of course, now the entire universe, probably the Emperor himself, has heard about this, if not soon.
I think, like I said, Rihanna is keeping herself actually together on this cigar, but she is tapping a finger on a chair, possibly letting her mind race as she's connecting so many dots right now. Wow, a very wild tale indeed, my lord. And tell me, what exactly do you plan to do with this information?
Honestly, I need your help. Quite straightforward.
What help can I provide for you, my lord?
I need you to talk to your fellow conspiratory members and ensure that soldiers will be sent to Yoris to assist and prevent Artorius from laying claim to the city, dissuade any sort of attacks.
Yorth is a transformation network that cannot fall. I can understand the logic in that, my lord. Of course, I will make sure to talk to the proper people to ensure the safety of your home.
My wife I think has that handle. I just wanted to come here and drop this on you, see how you would react. Spectacular, by the way. I love this.
Well, I'm happy to see that you are properly detained, my lord. I do have an inquiry, of course. How exactly you seem to think I was part of this conspiracy?
Let's say the rumors travel fast.
I do indeed.
And well, listen. Unlike my wife, I am no schemer. But you met Alexei. I think you've met Alexei. Seen the man.
Yes.
Not the best at sending to do spy work, keeping secrets. I wouldn't trust him with my life. I wouldn't trust him with my secrets.
I was quite surprised that you told me that he was given such attacks, but I understand that. Well, I do understand, but I will accept some decisions outside of my control.
Don't worry. I think my wife knows already about this. I haven't told her anything, so not exactly sure what her sources are, but she has spies all over the place, so it won't surprise me.
Lady Cassia is well, she is molded, born, and bred. I can respect a woman of such talents, and I do.
Certainly has her ways.
My pride may take a hit, but I can bow out to the better player at the very least. I shall do as you ask, my lord, and ensure that we all don't go down in this fire that has been apparently created. What was his name? Ah, yes, Halos.
Scott was rather devastated when his wife was.
No, I cannot blame him.
Nor can
Emotions were not.
I. In fact,
Though I can.
if I were in his position, I might have done the same thing.
Possibly as well, but I wish there was more thought given. In doing so, this has affected not only one house, but many others will follow. Those who were very much probably caught unaware, and many others will pay the price for this.
You to realize that this war will spark into a full-scale civil war.
Yes, and for some people, there will be opportunity. Have you had dealings with the Melancholy before, or your wife has?
God, no. Yes, she has. She's dealt with their agents. I stay away from. The only reason I am here, Rian, other than to see your flustered little face, is to warn you about Cassia and her schemes. I'm not sure what games she's playing, but she knows a bit too much. And
Yeah.
I feel there's. Well, I thought I could get underneath her skin when we first got married, and I was shown the error of my ways. Now I don't really go against her, but luckily for you, you are not as under as such close scrutiny as me, so have more leeway. Use it wisely.
Yes, I have some suspicions about this company that we have entangled ourselves with. There are too many things that are coming together that has me a bit of concern, but there's only so many fires we can put out right now.
Start digging the trenches.
I cannot, regardless of certain feelings, my lord, I do not wish to see you and your family harmed. I'll do my best to ensure that, and if you need some assistance, I'll find a way to communicate if it's possible.
He'll finish the cake as he'll stand up and says, as always, lovely seeing you again, Rianne. I'll see you later at the dinner. So I'm sure will be full of boring discussions. A wink as he walks away.
Rianne shakes her head a little bit, probably stretching the bridge of her nose as she's now has to deal with this. We'll have to start making calls. God damn it.
Let's say, speed things up a bit. So, Freya, you request assistance from Nyx on behalf of Cassia?
She would, yes.
Okay. I assume Riani will do the same, but with additional information.
Yes.
Then there's no roll needed, because as much as they don't like it, they'll comply.
Yeah.
Nyx will
Sorry, guys.
send one battalion for us as support against invaders. Which alliance?
The arranged marriage between their future children. Does he know that he has to be a part of that?
His wife told him. Probably.
I hope she told him.
I hope she
let's
told
hope.
him soon. She did. She didn't seem too bothered by it. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
She knows.
Like Rian was gonna ask. Rian was gonna ask him, but I forgot.
Salix, go to the
Yeah.
wife. Salix, go to your wife.
Yeah, I think if nothing else, because he did tell her don't to fear Cassius. It seems our families will have future dealings as well as our alliance will go through.
He stops as he turns around. Raise that says alliance.
Yes, between a future alliance between your child and the child of Lady Freya and Sir Alvar. You were made aware of that, yes? I assume that's why you came to discuss further details with my lady?
Give me a more understandable. As you can see, his face go white.
I will. We have 3 or 2 moments. I'm sorry.
1 moment.
I don't think I even need a memento for this exactly, but I will use it if it's all right with you guys, of course.
The council
go ahead,
group. You can
yes.
buy.
You can even buy that if you want.
A bit hard to read.
Can I use my bold because of the
Yes.
discipline?
1 more success. Okay.
That's a crit.
Yeah.
4 successes.
As realize there's a dread that's just gonna overtake, absolute terror. This is not a normal, not a normal reaction
Yeah.
to.
I don't think Rian would necessarily touch him, but she would go over to him, her hand hovering, my lord, what is wrong? What is happening?
No, I didn't know, but I assume she would tell me at some point. As he doesn't make eye contact, and you see him start sweating.
I don't know.
If you actually, if you slightly touch him, he'll kind of jump at that a bit, kind of pull away. It's fine. It's fine. Just kind of rubs his shoulders a bit, kind of And like start like in a self-soothing sort of gesture.
Uh, if she, like I said, I'm not sure if she will, he will allow her to put her hand on his shoulder
Yeah.
further or anything like that. It's like, my lord, please take a seat. What's wrong? Please.
But I can tell you that I don't want to bring you to this mess. Deserve it.
My lord, there are far more many messes I'm a part of. Please, what is wrong?
Myself and Cassia have never. We've talked about this. Come to an agreement that we will behave like proper married noble family, but private life stays normal. I don't have to. Be honest with you, Rihanna, I hate the woman. She terrifies me. She scares me, but I hate her with my whole being.
Has she done something to harm you?
I was one night, got married. I was still so angry. And was drunk, stupid. It was a rage moment. I tried to hit her. She made me the knife through my hand and it to the table. Finished the rest of the dinner. I've never felt the way she changed.
I see.
And she told me that they might come to perform my duties, and I laughed at the time. I told her, what is she gonna do, force me? And she just laughed back, and I didn't take it seriously. But after that night, she can make you do. Don't.
I see. She will like hand him some warm tea, essentially.
Yeah.
Try to give him a moment so he can breathe
Yeah,
as she's thinking.
you through that entire conversation, he has been just like kind of like rubbing the palm of his hand.
Ah, God damn it. Rianne's just gonna try to place her hand on his shoulder, try to like calm him down because he seems really fucking destroyed right now.
Yeah, no, he. Thank you.
It seems, my lord, that you have a wife of a Bene Gesserit or someone who has trained in their way. Oh shit, we actually know about it. I
No,
might not.
I know that. No, it's not. I know that's not. I think Tamara didn't know, but it's implied. It's
No,
heavily implied.
I'm saying
I
would
think the
me attack.
voice. You can roll me. This will be an understand roll. See
Thank you
how
No,
for
good.
asking that, by the way. Thank you for slipping. I wanted to ask Grunt the entire time, but thank you for doing it for me. I appreciate
Yeah, like
it.
this is. I wonder if some like because I know Mentats and Bene Gesserit have their own like history, but I don't know if I would even be aware of that. And what's our threat pool at?
1.
Oh, I'm gonna. It's alright for you guys. I buy one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know that the Bene Gesserit train in ways of subtle manipulation, and they are known to be able to affect in subtle ways. Now, nobody's saying you cannot maybe force that a bit. Not how they usually operate, because it's like, what the fuck are you doing? But if it's made in the correct way, if it's suggested in the way that might be somewhat believable, you could probably make someone tap their hand.
It seems, my lord, your wife has been a Jesuit, or at least someone trained in their ways.
I thought about that. No records of House Rufinium doing such a thing. There's no association. There's nothing.
Mm.
This wasn't even. This wasn't. This was a public thing. It was not part of the agreed marriage. My brother knew. This would have never flown.
Oh, a conspiracy goes deeper than in this regard, and their answers do not look good. My lord, I will ask you what you wish to do
But what?
about the situation. I want to see what your feelings are because I do not wish to make things worse for you if I decide to do my next move.
I think her cooperation is vital in the upcoming. Making an enemy out of her now is not worth it.
Mm.
Oh. I guess I'll be able to endure whatever's.
Grandma, my lord, I
Does seem to have a personal disdain for me. Understandable. Never claimed to be a nice person. Maybe this is just justice for all my shitty deeds across the years. Punishment, as the Arthurius knights say.
How long will they plan to be here, Grunt? Just a day or something like that while
like
they're
a day or so to discuss things and then go back.
Because, my lord, while I cannot really solve this issue for you, if you need a place to hide out from, my office is yours to use. I have an office. It's my office.
I'll nod and say thank you.
And outside of that, I think Rianne would, as if he decides to stay, she wouldn't. She would just go back to her paperwork mostly. Probably play her music too.
Gonna be an awkward dinner, I guess, as everyone will attend. As well, Cassia seems to be in her good mood, talking about certain things, and she will compliment you on the secret ingredient. Rianne.
Of course, Rianne would thank her for such kind words.
The monster that Silax describes, it's come. There's nowhere to speak.
Well, if she is what Rianne thinks she is, then of course she is a much more powerful player.
I say, do you include that as an attachment, an addendum to your message to the next conspiracy board? I.e., in your case, Damocles, you're like main. I don't think you want to tell this to Alexi.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell this to Alexi or anything like this.
On guard!
Alexi might just be like, haha, there's.
He'll be immune against the voice. Nothing can fucking sway this man.
He would be, I mean, he will resist.
I will say I think part of Rihanna doesn't want to because of what conflicts could arise, but at the same time, if something happens, then come to her, then she just makes sure that he's made aware of everything. So she would let him know, like, hey, it seems Lady Cassia has been either trained or similar abilities to Bezigenerit.
Yeah, that as yeah.
Man.
Well, the Nick support will still be incoming. So
Yeah.
listen, shitty parts. This alliance seem to be blooming. As yeah, Cassia does pull some strings, and 3 days later you have the remains of Sigrid. You can actually organize a proper funeral in Lumen. And of course she will attend as well, out of respect. Your future husband. Oh, yeah. Which I assume you would host the funeral, right?
Yeah.
See? How could she like be a bad person if she does this? I don't get it.
they could just adopt an heir. They don't really have to have sex with each other, right? Is that an option that exists here in this universe, right, Grunt?
You don't need to have. The problem is you need to have children. So, suck it up, Silex. Listen, what's a bit of non-consensual stuff?
Ah,
For the greater good,
You
Silex.
can just use the voice. It's fine.
Brienne wants to get involved now. God damn it.
Hey, Rianne, listen, there's a man who hates these people.
Chris is like, look at
There is a man who hates these.
Yeah, go to the Red Demon, ask for help. I'm sure that will.
Yeah. I don't listen. No, you can scheme with the Red Demon later after all of this. You don't think he's kind of in the hall with them? But that's the point.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything like the sad part. Like, Brienne can't go to like, hey, you
Go
guys
to
aren't
Master
really
Conch.
in that. She would like go to Constance. Like, you guys don't really have to be intimate if you want to. You can just like adopt. We have a soup doctor that can do the most of the work for you. You don't really have to do anything weird.
That's okay. Go to Master Conch, replace Conch with a face dancer. Who will obey every one of Silex's commands. This maybe Conch was not so bad. I'm just saying, guys.
Brienne's getting soft. I don't like it.
Yeah, and I think that this will be the end of the session. Nice funeral service.
I'm
As
saying,
Alvar himself can get some closure finally and recuperate some of that mental instability he had. Yeah, well, war is